right. So, as per the usual, the screen does not start on the players, but starts on an old TV somewhere in the wasteland. This one, a very different one. It's still a radiation king, but different background. Looks like this area is bombed out completely. Screen pops on after a few seconds, and a narrator, his voice is heard. Feeling green around the gills, citizens? Been out where the Geiger counter clicks more than your Aunt Marjorie's knitting needles? Some light jazz swells and the sound of Geiger counter starts ticking. Don't panic. Prepare. Reach for Radaway, the miracle of modern medicine brought to you by our friends at Chem Tech Pharmaceuticals. Sound of someone getting injected with chemicals and sighs of relief. With just one pouch, Radaway gets to work scrubbing those nasty rads from your bloodstream faster than you can say atomic anomaly. It's fast, it's safe, and it's approved for use by all loyal citizens of the United States. Music flares with a patriotic tone. But don't let radiation slow you down. When you're scavenging, soldiering, or just outside sightseeing, carry Radaway today. And then it has like an advertisement saying, not for use with small children. Pregnant mothers should ask their doctors before using Radaway for a cleaner tomorrow today. Little jingle plays, and then a few seconds later, TV kicks off. Boom. And we come back to you guys. You guys are standing at the edge of town as the bot that someone said only respond to me is going away with a couple guys back up the road where you started this whole day from. And I lost my... Did I lose my timepiece? Oh, I lost the talk. I lost my clock.
No, I think the issue was I wasn't specific. I didn't tell him to only respond and listen to me.
You did say that. You said exactly that. You said only listen to me. And someone must have probably told him their name is me. Because I was being silly.
No, don't worry. I understand. If this bot wasn't worth 100 caps to us right at the moment, I would definitely consider scrapping it.
Yeah.
Are we ready to go now? Is that?
Yep.
Is this the
what are
cue?
you guys doing?
Pretty much. I'm going to hand over my pipe gun and the ammo for it to. I am completely blank on Cotton's character's name.
Grace.
Nice.
Handing that to her to have, because we're probably going to need it here in a second, and I'm going to run over to try to hail the crew of people taking our robot.
Okay.
VIP robot, not our robot.
All right. It didn't take you long to catch up with them. They're not far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Hello,
just...
strangers. Hey, hold up one second. You believe you're going with something that not necessarily belongs to us, but we were supposed to be taking care of.
Oh? What robot would be that? This is ours. We've always had it.
I guarantee you not. You did not.
Well, it's been here ever since I can remember. Right beside me.
Oh, hold on a second. Youngster. My name is Jordan Rumsey. I'm a celebrity chef. Perhaps you've heard of me.
I have. You
that's so
the mutants
great.
thing, right? You were the guy that was
Yes,
like...
my time among the super mutants.
Yeah,
It's great to meet you.
It's great to know you actually weren't eaten, because that's really what I assumed. I only saw half a book, so I assumed that they had used the other half of the book to
Well, it would
smoke
be
you or
tough for someone to have told the story in an autobiographical first-person format if I died during the middle of it. But look, here's
weird
the
things.
thing that
Weird things have happened. I mean, did you look? I found a robot.
About the first-person thing.
Look, I agree that you found that robot, and I'm so glad that you said that you found the robot, because earlier my companion here came towards you and said that you had something that belonged to us, and then you immediately lied, but you also said the robot. We hadn't specifically specified the robot.
No,
and
he
you
specified
just
the robot.
Did he?
Yeah, he was like, "You got my robot," and I was
But
like,
you
"No, I've
just
always
said
had
you
it."
found the robot.
As far as I
The
remember,
first thing you
it's always
said was
been
that you
mine.
always had the robot.
It's still mine. Yeah, he's with me.
Let's get to the let's get to the chase here. We're going to need him back.
Okay.
And I would ask you for him to hand him over peacefully, so things don't get rough. Because let me show you. And I kind of like motion. Get a little bit closer. My friends and I are very peaceful, understanding people. Not
What?
to mean that we're not dangerous. in
You've
this
killed a
island.
fuck ton of people.
Yeah, I was going to assume that the reason you have all those guns that are not hideable on your person out and about is because you use them, and you are. And he kind of motions
Indeed,
up in the air. It is the wasteland.
Yes, it's a dangerous place, and we want to preserve ammo for both sides as much as possible. And let me just tell you here, my friends are a very particular set of skills that are meant for not nice things.
Okay.
Like the
So
one
they're
there
your
in the vault
guards
too-
because you're obviously a merchant.
Yes.
Because you're not the
I-
you're the only
Caleb
one
Bo
here
Johnson,
not
by
covered
the
in
way.
poop.
I'd reach my hand out to shake.
We're gonna have
What?
to discuss my paycheck then.
Yes.
Did you say I was covered in poop?
Well, compared to him, he's in new clothes.
Jordan
Those
starts
look
looking
nice.
around. He's checking the bottom of his shoe. Oh God.
So, like with the one in the vault here, she is a former vault dweller. She's kind of out here in the wasteland. Legend has it is that, and I've seen it actually happen before, where suddenly 1 second she's over there, and the next she's right next to you with her stabbing you in your good kidney, the one that isn't irradiated with kidney stones.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Yeah,
are you trying to lie to them and say that the pacifist, who's never hurt anyone in her whole life, is some sort of murderer? No.
Also, vault people aren't people. They're stories they make up and they put on the suits and pretend. Every time we've
Wait,
ever
what?
seen one, they've just been like, "I am a vault person. We're going to save America," and we're all like, "What's that?" And they can't explain it because it's not real. They're not real. They're just people that get in that outfit and they, convince all of the rest of us that America is going to be saved by the mysterious Vault Tech Corporation.
Right.
Okay, guys, look. I don't think we can lie to him. Just don't tell him that the ghoul that we have, eats people regularly and is some sort of psychotic killer.
That's what I was going to mention is after
We
a
don't
firefight-
know. We can't be scaring them like that.
Yes.
We don't
At-
want a reputation to spread.
Okay. Are you guys going to pay us or not? Like, we're not. There's only two of us. There's more than two of you. So
Oh, okay.
unless I
thought
pull
there
out a
was,
rocket launcher,
the whole
which
group.
and he
Okay.
pats his shoulders. There's no rocket launcher on my shoulders. Oh, I mean, I would. He cost us nothing, so even a cap. And I just was wanting to get something to drink, and I heard TikTok is somewhere in the vicinity, and usually he buys bots off of people. We've been trying to catch the one with the dog for months.
That's actually where this guy's got to go to. So if you,
Oh, it's his?
yes,
Like it is his already? Like he has worked on this stupid thing?
he has in fact worked on the stupid thing.
Okay.
and it-
Well,
He's
you
not
know what?
stupid.
Okay. Tell you what. You guys have a great day, and if you go and get any trouble from a group of people called the Cons, don't mention my name. And they just turn around and walk away.
oh,
The bot
Okay.
starts following him, though.
hey bud, you're with us. They don't want you.
It stops. Who is us? I'm supposed to be with me, and he said he's me.
I am me now.
There
In
we
fact,
go.
change me to Caleb Bo Jackson.
There's so many me's here. It's very confusing.
Well, there's no more me's. It's just Caleb Bo Jackson, Grace Sutton.
Caleb O.
Jordan
Jackson,
Lumby.
very sudden. Got it.
Okay, guys, there you go. Let's just get going.
Caleb, I don't remember stabbing anybody in the kidney.
Let's just roll. With
He
it.
was lying.
I was
Do you
trying to
remember? We've
intimidate
been
them, but
talking
apparently
about this.
I am so confused.
I was going to scare them off.
Which part is confusing about it? The lying? Or
The whole conversation was confusing.
Oh, I see. It can be difficult to understand. So sometimes, rather than hurt people, you'll threaten to hurt someone and that's exactly what happened. We threatened to hurt them, and they decided not to risk being harmed. You see, if you lie, good things can happen because you prevent physical violence and death. This is just more examples of why lying can be good when used in the pursuit of a greater good. And that's why you're allowed to do whatever you want in pursuit of a greater good.
That's a good way to sum it up, yeah.
Did I convince you?
I guess.
Excellent.
Essentially, if you don't want to hurt somebody because you don't really need to and A needs to save the ammo, you can either fib or purposely scare them.
You tell people that you stabbed them in the kidney?
And teleport.
Teleport?
Yep, that one was
Yeah,
probably the
it's-
scariest part, because if a human
And
being
the
learned how
vault
to actually
people
do that,
aren't people?
they'd kill everyone.
Was that because he wanted to scare us?
I don't know about that one. That one's a new one to me. But
No. See, this happens up and down the coast. What happens is the vaults open up, and then people take over the vault, and they replace the people inside, and then people will show up and be like, "Oh, you're vault dwellers," but actually they're horrible killers, and then they murder and eat people.
Oh yes.
Sometimes
bandits
not in the correct
or
order.
raiders. Yes.
Yes.
That's not the correct order is the best part of that statement for me.
Okay.
Essentially, your friends might be dead. That's what he's saying now.
I think
What I'm trying to say-
Michael's just rubbing his temples and he does not want to participate in this conversation.
Michael, I'm very sorry. I wanted to use you in order to scare them, but it's only because you have a reputation for eating people.
I was also going to mention something about Jordan cooking them up, trying to figure out the spicing thing up with the rads, but that's useless now.
I mean, I'm harmless.
Well, yeah, I didn't say you'd kill them. You just cook up the meal for Whitney. All right, we're getting caught up in the lie. That
I'm
never
a totally harmless old man.
Wink.
I'm not winking.
No, it's just that robot said it.
The robot said wink?
Yeah,
Robot.
I did the one eye did the little crinkle.
happened. What is your name, robot? By the way.
Hail.
It's hail.
Oh, that's right, Hale. Yes.
I believe it's because I raise it. I don't remember why. It's been so long ago.
Is your...
Do you want some
okay,
water?
okay. Do you have water?
And it makes this awkwardly human-like grunt, and he goes, "Yes, yes, I do." Not with a laugh. I don't know why my creator programmed me to make that sound, but yes, I do in fact have a bottle of water.
Is it clean water?
It kind of lean. It can't lean, so it just kind of bubbles, and then like a little hatch pops open, and it reaches up and hands out a literal bottle of purified water.
Oh, okay.
That was crazy.
That's been in there for
take
2
it.
days getting ready. Whew.
Oh, that's practically new. All right.
Yep. By the wonders of
Get hands to
Robco. Get yours today. Integrated
Get hands to
boiler
Jordan.
mod.
Or somebody, I don't care. Let's just get going before whatever cons that show up apparently show up.
Yeah, let's let's drop this thing off.
Oh, we also need to keep an eye out for a tripod battle bot, just by the way.
Oh, that's the easy part. So it takes you about an hour. Backtrack to get back across, because the road directly across here is part of the entrance for the town because it broke and fell down. So it's not easy or difficult. It's just tedious to get through.
Of course.
And let me pull up the map. TikTok's town.
Oh, he has his own town. Got it.
Well, that's what it's called on the
Great.
map. Let me get back.
Oh, okay.
Forgot to put you guys on the map, so that's good. It's helpful to put you on the map. boop, and everyone's favorite leader of men, the bot. So you're all up here. This map is overly big because I had so many things planned for it, and none of it has yet to actually happen.
You ever worry that we're too ready to commit violence upon our fellows?
Nonsense. Varmints need to be taken care of.
I mean, how do you take alive? You gotta stay alive somehow. Unfortunately, violence is the key around here.
So from your point of view, staying alive, even at the cost of others' lives and safety, is a worthwhile endeavor.
My objective is to protect my companions.
He is a
Wait,
rather
haven't the
bloodthirsty
only
Other
merchant.
tasks are secondary.
I thought we were only violent against the post-necrotic humans, radiated humans that were trying to eat us.
So sometimes, yes, that's the ones that growl and look like that you're a tasty snack in the middle of the night. Those are not great. There are some, like Mr. Whitney here, that are very easily to converse with. That doesn't look like you have a delicious face. Look at you as if you have a delicious face. And then there's other people around that just want to either cause harm or essentially beat you up to enter your life and then steal all your stuff. So you always got to prepare for the latter, for better or for worse. As a merchant, as you expect, a few occasions have popped up for that. Man, that's a terrifying bot. Okay.
There's people out here who don't care about your well-being. I
Essentially,
just try to stay away from them if I can, and if I can't, I do what I can to not be dead.
The issue is some are easy to spot, others are not.
I also try to not be dead, says the robot. Beep boop.
What was that, robot?
Sorry, I was just interjecting. I also don't like to die, sir.
Well,
That's a
hell,
really reasonable request.
technically speaking, you can't die.
Yes, Ken. You didn't see my robot
can
soul
shut
leave my
down.
body? Was I lied to again?
No, pal. That's true. You give the bot
I
a
didn't
pat.
know robots had souls.
Well, you didn't?
I didn't know they didn't have souls either.
Huh. Caleb's a fount of information, especially for his suddenness of his name. Must be the part.
Yep.
I should actually change your name to that for a minute. Anywho,
I
out of
think
character,
if I
you guys walk up to the place where you were led to, and it's a town. You can tell it's an old, like, interior-facing town square type of setup where they had, like, the shops and everything were going to be facing the walk plots in the middle.
I don't remember the exact process, but essentially I don't recall if it said to move to step forward and be like, "Hey, I'm such and such with yada yada yada." But
You said to
essentially, I
introduce
kind of
ourselves.
step up to introduce myself. I'm Caleb O. Jackson, and with my crew here, we are returning this robot that you had previously worked on, Mr. TikTok, because the town that you gifted it to do not wish to have it anymore.
He slides forward.
Hmm.
Identify. Name.
Identification. Ranch Handy Buck.
Acknowledge. Welcome, Reg Handy Buck. Registered as guest. Are you the leader of these meats?
Acknowledgement. Leader has not been decided. Currently operating on cooperative basis.
Inefficient, but understood.
Hi, Caleb O. Jackson. I'm another guest.
Caleb
Alright,
Bo
give it a
Jackson. Really?
go reach out for a handshake, and then realize it doesn't really have a hand. And
Yeah, big old Gatling gun, and the other one's a rocket launcher. Please stand back. This is a dangerous workspace. These big old wheels chewing up the ground a little bit. Nature of visit. You were mumbling when you came in range.
Returning item. Or returning a robot that is under a designation of HAL or HAL.
No robot
given to
by
the
that
nearby
designation
town.
on file. Please proceed
Yes.
to follow this unit. I can't make the sounds, and the soundboard's not working because of updates, but he does make sounds, and he whirls around and starts to drag you unnecessarily because, again, there's stuff on this map that doesn't work anymore, so I'm going to drag you all in a second. Just give me a second.
Step on a random mine in the process, dying immediately.
That would be so great.
Explode.
As everybody else loots the cap from my body. Both of the ones I had and the ones that are lodged into me from said mine.
I
couldn't see the others.
Hey, we got a token for Betsy.
Hey, Betsy. There you go. I forgot about Betsy.
Oh, is Betsy with us right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Suppose so. So if you want to offload
Betsy's
your
always
junk
with
into
us.
her, that's...
Well, right now, she is one of the millions of things that are for some reason not working properly.
Fair enough.
No, don't touch Betsy then.
You can mess with Betsy. I just don't think she works the way she's supposed to.
Probably
Item
not.
piles works for this edition, but I also just changed it to this edition, so it's being finicky. The crafting
yeah,
bench
sounds
should
good.
work for you. Over here, once you're free to use it, this one should work properly. By working properly, I mean when you double click on it, it should show you you can buy and sell the craftables in it.
I just have to go stand like on or next to it.
Yeah, most likely. Alright, so you guys mosey down to the hereish, following him. There's Betsy. Ma. So he wanders down this way. Creator, guests, returning stolen goods. And he just kind of joins the pile here and turns around to stare at you. Oh, yeah.
Not really stolen, just being returned to goods that were given to town. Hi, I'm Caleb Bo Jackson. These are my colleagues.
TikTok does eventually. He's got his back to. He's like, elbow deep in a Protectron's parts of somewhere in his back. He stands up and he walks over, holds out a hand. TikTok, what can I do you for?
Unfortunately, the people that you gave this Mr. Robot here, that we call Hal, or Hale, they don't wish to have him. Apparently, he's causing problems there that they don't like.
You know what?
They don't understand that they need to be completely literal with it.
I've been working on that one for a month. That's why I gave it to him, because he can't actually talk. Hale, could you go back to your station and just wait for the next random poor person to take you away from ruining my life? Of course, sir. And it just kind of wanders off. Okay. He kind of rubs his eyes.
Wait, you don't want him?
Oh, I'm going to sell him to somebody eventually because he can't stay here. He's half the bots behind me. He's supposed to have fixed, and instead he broke them more. Now they all sound like they're little girls on some sort of drugs. When they activate, it's painful to see a Protectron going, I'm going to shoot you, in the voice of a 5-year-old. Although it may work better. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how he did it.
It does sound terrifying, but also less threatening at the same time.
Yes, it's very annoying, especially
pretty
when they're all
messed
in
up.
unison.
Hi, Jordan Rumsey, celebrity chef. How's it going?
Great. Yourself?
Ticker's still going.
Yeah. That's
I
always
feel
a good time.
particularly old today. I think my accent changed again.
Hey, you got to keep it fresh, right?
No, I should have a consistent accent. I'm worried I've got the dementias.
Hmm.
It happens to people my age.
Yeah. When you get 19 plus, that's when you get too many dimensions. I bet. We're all a
What?
little wild in the wasteland, though.
What? What?
Exactly. So,
What?
did they promise you a reward for bringing him over here?
Yeah, they'd say they'd pay us.
How much?
To be perfectly honest with you.
10,
Apparently,
20
the
caps?
mayor's wife is not too happy with the mayor.
She's such a lovely lady, but she has like no patience with me for some reason. It must be because I keep breaking her stuff. Anyway, again, how much they offer you?
100 caps.
100 caps. I'll give you 100 caps to keep the damn thing.
That sounds like a good deal.
Notice.
Okay.
Inquiry. Is the present state of present functioning state of companion required for this transaction?
Oh, you mean him working? No, I mean
Functioning as usual,
no.
as in case of damage to.
If someone else breaks him, as far as I'm concerned, this is a transaction, and you're getting him off my hands.
I was say it sounds like he just wants us to not have him here.
Pretty
Acknowledged.
much. If there's something glitchy in him, I have replaced everything but his memory circuits, and every time I have, that's what comes out.
Have you not found a replacement memory circuit for him?
I've replaced everything about him, but as soon as that memory
Okay.
circuit goes into another bot, that's what pops out. But it's a waste of space
The
to have a
issue is
memory
the memory
unit and a
circuit,
full
not
handy,
necessarily the bot.
but not put them together. I figured I could sell him, get rid of him, and, well, this is his third time coming back.
Okay. Well, we'll take him off your hands for the 100 caps.
Right. He literally reaches his pocket and he starts going through a little pouch, pulling out 100 caps.
I
worth of
would have
caps.
taken him for free.
Shh, shut up. I think like Caleb quickly puts his hand over her mouth.
Would you shut up? Oh my goodness.
One kiss to gift horse in the mouth.
So we're all in agreement that as soon as we get out of this guy's eyesight, we're gonna pop
Caleb's
this
gonna-
sucker open and take out, the battery, the nuclear battery that's worth a ton of money.
No.
Hales don't have that. They have a literal fire. They're just a fusion core that uses liquid, some sort of gel liquid that they pour in it.
Damn it.
That they never explain.
They never explain, and they refuel themselves mysteriously using it, but it doesn't exist.
I guess they just shove random things in there as fuel.
That's everybody's assumption.
Well, I mean, realistically, potentially, if we can find a different memory unit, we can replace it with him. Yeah, and that's what sounds like is the issue, but
He finishes counting out the 100 caps, and he's like, all right, honestly, guys, you're getting a deal. Because
I
otherwise,
believe you.
you may have to actually do some work. But, hey, if you guys need any repairs on any bots in the future, except for that one, well, actually, you know what? We'll put it in for him, Tim. If you ever find some other bots you need fixing, or this guy, it actually looks pretty good for wear, considering. And he points at Buck when he says that. Either one needs repairs, straight up rebuild. Call me up. Just come on down. Big Tim here will make sure you're taken care of, and I do custom work.
All right, that sounds like a great plan. Because field repair doesn't sound like the best thing to happen in Curse, but of course, I guess we have parts now that we can transfer over if need be. I think he looks pointedly at the other bot. Yeah, we'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
So,
Is there a shut-off switch? Is there a no shut-off switch for those things?
yeah. But once you turn
Okay.
them on, it's gone. It's the same. You can tell him to go into standby mode, and he should, theoretically. Red Hand Buck, I believe your name was, right? The Buck, you shouted it out earlier.
Correct designation.
Can you shut down
Thank you
for me real quick?
acknowledging. Ranch Handy Buck will kind of turn towards the party, but since he's omnidirectional,
See, that's what I mean.
it's kind of just him spinning in a circle.
They can turn off, but they get personalities. Like he's looking at you, going, "Is this a good idea?" Because he trusts you, despite the fact he shouldn't do that. He should have just done it. So that's the key. That's the thing. That's why Hale's a little annoying, because he's got a lot more of that sass in his circuits.
Interesting.
But we like Ranch Handy Buck.
We do like Ranch. I think it's
He
what he's
saved
saying
my
is that-
life, and he carries a flashlight.
Yes.
Inquiry. Am I requested to depower now?
I don't think you should do what this guy wants you to do. I think he's going to try to scramble your circuits.
I think he was just giving us the example of.
No,
normally
he seemed
speaking-
pretty serious.
I mean, if you want to leave him here, I definitely would fix him. Wink. But if you're not wanting him
Well,
changed,
broken.
that's.
This guy's a robot murderer.
He's not a robot murderer.
I
He's
mean,
He
trying to give us an example
absolutely
that-
is.
I'm more like a robot Jesus. I bring him back to life.
I think if he was a murderer, he would have killed Hale over there.
He tried multiple times. He confessed to it repeatedly.
Don't worry about it, Buck. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, you're fine.
Acknowledged.
Hale. New request. You are to station yourself on top of Betsy and remain there until further notice, with the designation given to you of up and Adam. When that's said, you can get off of Betsy.
Roger that, sir. Torching a Brahmin to death.
Okay, never mind. Belay that. Can you shut off your jets?
I can
You
turn
don't-
off.
You don't mind if while you guys are all talking about Hale, do you mind if I use your armor bench?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just
Go
walk
do
away
that
from
while
this shit.
Boy. Oh boy, we've got armor bench.
So he's very well. I can shut off, and you said my new name was Rough and Rowdy Bot?
No. Your name is still Hale.
Still Hale. Got it. Updated.
Okay.
Still Hale. Update your name back to Hale.
Very well. Designation Hale accepted.
You gotta know how to talk to them.
Yep, no, I'm...
All robots are just old people in disguise.
They are?
I feel like I
Yes.
should be offended,
Oh,
No,
that's right.
he's-
You're
but,
older than me.
He's
but
got
I'm a
the
little
job
too busy
right.
for that right now.
Notice, I am older than all of current party members.
You are indeed.
I have to tell you, for a post-necrotic person, you look great for your age.
I've got a pretty rigorous skincare routine.
Is it
Well, it's not
dipping
working
into
very
full
well.
radiation?
No, I think it's working great. He kind of aged to a certain extent and then just didn't age ever again.
Does the toxic waste do wonders for your wrinkles?
See, the trick is, that's a story for another time.
I was saying, I don't think the trick that you have is going to work well for us.
Well, no, but anyways,
It
I'm
would
going
be
to keep
good
working
to-
on this.
I was saying, it will be good to know once we, if we do end up being post-necrotic.
That can happen?
It's
Not
rare,
Oh.
but yeah.
Uh,
I think out of my whole group, like out of 300 of us that took that lethal radiation, I'm the only one that became this. Everyone else died.
that sounds about right.
Check that. Gotta look around.
Despite
You guys will
exceptions,
excuse me?
radiation is
I'm gonna
still
get back to work.
very hazardous.
And yeah, he goes back to work.
Yep, go ahead.
And one of them kicks on, and it does sound like it's like a little kid going, "I'm going to shoot you up." Nope. We're not doing that right now. God, it's creepy.
I definitely do not want to hear a protocol bot come around a corner with a laser gun and go, "I'm going to shoot you now. Please stand down."
Let's play a game.
It sounds like something
Yes!
like that movie. It sounds like something that would happen in a Child's Play movie. You just hear Mark Hamill go, "I've now reprogrammed these things to murder you all." And then he fucks something up and it causes that to happen. And they're like, "Oh my god."
Who's Mark Hamill?
Old actor. Old actor.
Do I know him?
Maybe. Hard saying.
What were we doing again?
I guess we're now waiting on Mr. Whitney to do his thing with his clothes.
Am I to continue killing your Brahmin, sir?
No, don't kill Betsy.
Oh, I was going to suggest the saw. It would be much less damaging to the meat than charring it alive.
You're technically correct, but I don't need you to kill Betsy.
Oh, that's the best kind of correct.
I think Betsy's a friend.
Betsy designated
Betsy is, in
as
fact, my
friend. Betsy won't let me hug it. It keeps walking away.
It's because you're trying to blast it with your hot jets. It does not appreciate fire.
I will assume that was a compliment. I do have hot jets. Thank you, sir.
It was more of a.
But you're not my type.
But,
Wow, he got you
that's
there.
good. I'm not.
He fucking
interested.
boomed you.
Yeah. Guess he did. Your current designation is just to, not designation. Your current task is just to stand 5 feet away from Betsy and not leave sight until you hear the phrase "up in atom." Got it?
Got what?
Okay.
Right.
Do nothing until you say the phrase "substanzatum." Muffled.
I feel like he's just straight up trolling us at this point.
Probably is.
It says out loud the word wink in one of his eyes, like the little sphincter thing slowly closes, and you hear like the grinding of gear, like it's
Hey,
stuck.
buddy.
And he said, "Tink,
We're
tink,
like
tink." It pops
literally-
back up.
Hale, we're like literally on your side. This dude right here wants to murder you. He wants to remove your memory circuit and have you die.
Of course.
We are the only people in the world that want you to remain as the sentient object that you currently are.
Well, then you
So
are
you don't-
also designated as friend.
Wow. I really appreciate that. But the thing that I need to get to you is that you probably shouldn't be jesting with us right now. Like, you have to read the room. Look, here's some tapes from Dave Chappelle. He'll teach you the art of timing and comedy. It's his early work, before he got really transphobic. So, like, his really early work.
Pre him doing any stand up at all, sir?
No. Like the first season of Chappelle Show, but not after that.
When he had someone to tell him what to say. I get it.
Yes, exactly. When Comedy Central was looking over his shoulder and he couldn't just act like a moron all the time.
Where they offered $50 million to keep the show going.
Yes, I mean, what happens to all of us is that sometimes Spotify Joe Rogan's you, and then you're done. You're J.K. Rowling all over the place.
Okay. Okay.
I'm confused again.
Does anybody want me to work on anything?
I don't have any clothes for you to
Yes.
work on, so.
I will be grabbing a full one piece of the factory storage armor and 5 pieces of noxious plate.
All right.
Yeah, because I have the tough clothing, so I can't be upgraded, I don't think.
Nope. That's why when we were in town, I bought military fatigues so I could put lining in them.
How much were those? I thought they were like 100.
They were kind of expensive.
That's why I took all your
That's why,
cash.
that's why I was lamenting over not being able to buy armor to put on my clothes.
So I'll hand out the 100, the 20 for each of us that this guy gave up for the 100.
Change.
As
And
now I
also-
contemplate figuring out a way to get this guy out of our hair.
All right. What
And
what's
unless we're,
the complexity for what?
it's complexity 3, it will cost a total of 24 common materials and 12 uncommon.
And it's repair.
Yes, it uses armor 1.
Okay. So I've reduced the difficulty to 0. So I'm gonna roll and be spending AP to cut the time down
Mm-hmm.
because I can't fail, and I'm making 6 things.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I will spend those 2 successes to do that in only 30 minutes.
Perfect.
Nice.
My clock disappeared again.
Uh,
It's going to be 30 minutes in the background of Caleb
I'll
arguing with
spend
Hale.
that and
I
that.
feel like that's now your thing. You just fight with the robot.
That's the problem. Is he thinks like this is just a robot. I shouldn't be arguing with it.
But he's your robot. You should argue.
You're going to want to reroll that 20.
Oh yeah, did we get our luck points back for completing the water plant thing?
I don't recall.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Because
Oh, I did not track that then. Okay.
Because I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you
Because I'm
did, but
spend one.
also it is still technically the same day. Because you guys
Yes.
didn't do anything besides just
Yes,
walk
it is.
straight to these places.
We definitely. Some part of me thought that.
No,
we,
no, no, no,
it
no.
had
We
been-
stayed
no,
with the mayor.
Did you?
Yeah, it had been a
He
night.
fed us. He fed us and gave us water and let us rest.
Okay, then yeah, you definitely have it all back then.
Or it went. What was it? A sheriff or is he the same?
He's the mayor. I think
Okay.
it's the same. The mayor's office is the old sheriff's office.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And Kane, are you subtracting the materials, or should I from mine?
Give me a second.
The clock's not working.
6. Okay.
Button to hit.
3 hours of time to make all 6 of these. I figured we're pulling them out of your stock
All right.
because they're going on your body.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm not looking to upgrade my machete. I was just hoping that you could, maybe put some artwork or stylize the hilt or something. Just make it look cool, for the youth. Sometimes you encounter youths and you don't have to chop their heads off if they go, "Oh man, your machete looks so cool."
Yeah,
You wanna paint
you got to
flames on
design. You got to design an idea.
No, I'm not good with art. I'm a writer and a chef. Do you have an idea?
I'll do something.
All right, I hand over the machete.
We got a weapons bench here too. So I'll go over to the weapons bench.
No, that's a food bench.
Is that a food bench? I saw there was a weapons bench on the list. I just don't know where it is.
They're always on the list, aren't they?
Yeah. That's not the local list. That's just because that way, if I don't put them on the map and I say they're there, you can still reach them.
So is there a weapons bench here?
Just the armor.
Oh. I probably can't work on it.
I use a random one for a stand-in because there's no general purpose bench for people to use for non-game specific items. So he's
so I
repairing
could just-
stuff, so he needs some form of bench there that he repairs stuff on because there's no robot bench yet.
Can
Can I just, since this isn't mechanical, this is just for fluff and fun, can I just use the tools at the armor bench to just do some detailing to his machete?
Well, I mean, if it's non-mechanical, then yes, you can do whatever you want. You spend some time. You can just do it. There's no rules for it.
Yeah, I'll gussy it up with my 5 ranks and repair. It'll look cool.
Can you actually put some ballistic weave onto my formal clothing?
Probably.
You have to look it up.
I don't know if you can. Let me double check.
Clothing types.
I want something that looks hip and cool with the youth.
Didn't we give you a set of clothes?
Yeah, but I mean,
I
do they
believe we got her
do they
casual
look hip
clothing
and cool with the youth?
and it just doesn't have anything.
Notice, I believe you look very hip and cool with the youth.
Oh, thanks.
Got main character energy going on about you.
Is that good?
Yes.
Yeah, you look like you don't grow up.
Formal
I
clothing
don't.
can
No, I
have
don't
ballistic
think
weave.
it's good.
Oh,
Sometimes you walk. No, because here's the reason why. You walk into a place and people are like, "You've got main character energy about you," and then you're like, "Well, I'm not the main character. I'm the writer, Jordan Rumsey, celebrity chef." And then they're like, "No, you're the main character," and they try to kill you and take your stuff. It
Oh.
really sucks. It's nice to be recognized, though.
Yeah, you can actually put up Ballistic Weave Mark II, which is so
I'm
so
looking
powerful. Wow.
I'm looking for. Let's see, formal clothing. Yes, formal clothing can be
It's
reinforced.
under outfits, actually.
Yep. I was just looking for the entry.
Why is it
So yeah,
strong?
I could put ballistic weave 2 in there.
Cool, because I can just replace that with the tough clothing with that. Or replace that for the tough clothing. You get what I mean.
Yeah.
So
All
I don't
right.
have to bother about, like, all right, I'm going to go hide in this bush here. Don't leave. Don't
Right.
look.
And so you have ballistic weave too?
I can make it.
Really?
It's complexity 3, and it's got a list
So
of
cheap. For so
It's got
so
its list of bits, of which we have dissected many toasters.
Yeah, I went 4. 4 and 2, yeah. Interesting. Armor 1, repair,
Just
rare.
thinking that the
Oh,
match
it's
fleet
just
is
really
a
hard to
piece of
buy.
metal.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'll take that 4 and 2 out of my materials, and then I will make the repair roll to install it in your fancy clothes.
I'll be hyping you in the background. So
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Here you go.
that's now Ballistic Weave Mark II. Is that right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And that
Sorry,
covers,
is that a
wait,
piece
that
of
covers all let's see, all the limbs for one piece.
I believe so because it's an outfit.
Yep.
Why is it so strong?
I don't know.
Because you
Does-
can't wear
sorry,
anything
can it go
else
over
stronger.
tough clothing? Should I be wearing some of this?
I can't work with the tough clothing. It's too many different pieces of stuff all sort of stuck together.
What is he getting ballistic woven?
A formal
it's-
outfit.
His clothes are actually like it's one set of clothes,
Wow.
so I can kind of make it
Now-
work.
You made it look sharp, too. You really have to appreciate the corsage. It brings the whole thing together.
Yeah, his is a
notice.
fancy suit
And?
that he's now in.
I appreciate the shoulder pads.
And I can't
Notice,
believe that you
Mr.
changed the
Rumsey.
color to teal. So snappy. With a pink shirt.
God, what are we in the 70s?
Yes.
And the
nice,
bell
bottoms.
pretty dress
Armored
with some of
bell
the
bottoms.
fancy
Who would've
tailored
thought?
clothing.
Armored bell bottoms. Oh man.
I
am
love
I
it.
able to wear the formal suit, wear armor over the formal clothing? I don't think so. Am I?
No.
Okay, so the armor is now useless on me. Although
Well, I mean, you
kinda-
can wear it, but you're only going to get the higher value, right?
No, you can't. Formal clothing is an outfit. It replaces your armor
Yeah.
slots.
Oh.
Just like a
Which,
hazmat suit, you have to be naked to put it on.
Which actually that makes it better than the armor that I had.
Hey, if you're not going to use that armor anymore, I could totally use it.
Sure. Because I had the leather armor, left arm, leather left leg, and the raider right leg.
Yeah, it's better than leather armor for sure.
Yeah, I'll totally I'll totally wear those for you if you're not going to be wearing them.
Yeah, I'm gonna unequip them.
I'll also spend some time to upgrade. I'll just help our vault dweller out by upgrading the vault jumpsuit with the insulated lining.
There is something that's
Wait, can you
bothering me.
put
There was
ballistic
something
weave into
added
a
to
hat?
this.
That'd
Yeah.
be hilarious. That'd be hilarious if I could put the.
Oh, I have a question for you.
You can, I think.
Yes.
Is any of the things that you spontaneously know how to make an uncommon or a more recipe?
Ballistic Weave 2 is
It's rare.
uncommon.
Rares
It's
can
rare,
only
actually.
be learned from specific
uncommon.
persons or by finding copies in the game.
The Ballistic Weave is uncommon, not rare.
The uncommon
It
ones
says
can be
rarity
learned by
rare in armor
perching.
workbench.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have ballistic weave.
I'm talking about the recipes. The recipe for the item, if it's common, everyone on the planet knows how to make it. If it's uncommon, you learn it from people or perks. If it's a rare recipe, it's a quest reward type level thing.
Okay, so we can't make
Hold
any
on.
ballistic weave.
Well, hold on.
Sorry.
So I'm looking at ballistic. I'm on page 126.
Uh-huh.
The knowledge of this recipe is possessed only by a few, and they share these secrets occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
All ballistic weave mods are installed with repair. I was making it because I figured that knowledge of the ballistic weave
Okay.
would make sense for my backstory.
Okay. But page 210, learning recipes and crafting items. Common recipes are known to everyone. Uncommon recipes are learned by purchasing certain perks while advancing the character. Rare recipes can only be learned from a specific person. If you found ballistic weave, you can put it in. That's fine. If you're crafting level 2, you really need to have the recipe, and that's a quest reward type of thing. Now we can hand wave this one. That's fine. We can just say that you did so many successes, you basically made an upgraded version of what you set out to do. That's fine. Mistake made, mistake played. Let him have his thing. He's not gonna keep that armor forever, because 3 damage versus 15 bullets coming down him from one gun is not going to last very long. No one stays at leather forever. That's basically what you're doing.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
You're giving him a full set of leather armor. It's cheaper for him than it would be the other way, but it's still fine because he goes up and bunches things. They're going to get lots of chances to hurt him. It balances. I just want to put that out there for the future so we don't just immediately assume that we know everything in the book.
Yep.
Because everything else we're doing right. We skipped that part and I forgot about it because there's certain things that there isn't a way to make, like the benches themselves. The only bench that you have a recipe for that's in the game is a cooking station, which is the weirdest thing, because you'd think if you set up a settlement, you better have benches, but nope, that's a different part. But that's one of my quest rewards for the other group was somebody set a bench up for them.
All right, fair enough.
So,
Sorry, I had to go to the dog in. What was the consistence?
So you're still getting your ballistic weave too on that.
We did it. We did it, but we can't do it anymore.
Yeah, because I was double checking to make sure we were doing it right, and we weren't. But it works because that's basically you've got a full set of leather except for the head, and you won't wear that for the rest of the game. Like you'll definitely have to change out of formal clothing to armor at some point.
I mean, I could take it off. It's no big deal.
No, it's fine. We made the mistake. We'll play with it. It's not gonna keep you alive because you keep running into danger.
Okay.
I will still definitely take the armor you're not wearing anymore, though.
Oh yeah, still useful.
I would transfer it over to your sheet, but I can't. I keep failing to pickpocket you.
I've opened up your sheet and my sheet, and I'm gonna see. Can I drag and drop?
I
I've
believe
tried
you
that and it didn't
can,
work last
but
I
I
tried.
don't think
No.
it takes it off the other sheet when you do.
It's not letting me drag anything from his sheet.
All right, give me a second.
Yeah.
I pulled them both up. That is Caleb and Michael.
Yeah, I was taking his leathers and his raider.
Gear.
And while you're at it, if you can give Grace my pipe gun and ammo,
All right.
the 38 that is.
Did that show up on your sheet?
And
Yep.
So
and
yeah.
I'm upgrading Grace's yada yada vault suit, so it gives +1 more energy resist.
Okay, so we'll remove this. Except for the cargo.
Insulated lining.
And what did you need me to put on Grace's sheet?
Upgrade her vault suit to have insulated lining, which just gives +1 energy resist.
And a pipe gun with 10 38 rounds.
All right, so her vault suit is now insulated.
Now delete the
And you
stuff
said
that's on
+1
my sheet.
energy?
Yep.
All right. She is upgraded.
That way she has.
And your pipe gun. Did you have a pipe gun? Or you bought one?
No, I started out with one from the merchant line.
Oh, okay.
I used it once to do 2 damage.
Interesting. I don't see on your sheet. That's what I'm saying that. But
I deleted it. That's why.
oh, yeah.
Last session, he said he was trying to move it to my sheet, and I think that's when it got deleted.
Ah, makes sense.
Well, I deleted it just now, actually.
Oh, I remember you talking about trying to move it.
Pipe gun. And how much ammo for that?
10 rounds.
10 rounds of ammo, and it needs
38 special,
38.
which does the same damage as 10mm, which doesn't make sense, but that's besides the point. Game mechanics are game mechanics.
Because that's what they had in the game.
Yeah.
Most of these stats for the bullets are, oddly enough, exactly from Fallout 4. Unchanged. Somehow they made sure the board game and the video game lined up, at least on the damage from the bullets. It's the weirdest. It's weird when you realize that they literally found a way to copy it directly over. It's like the laziest yet the most amusing way of game design I've ever seen. Okay.
Oh, no,
I don't
is
know
it a
if it's
bad
lazy.
time?
It sounds like it'd be very tedious to figure out the way to do that.
Oh, no, is it a bad time to mention it already stopped raining and hailing?
Yes, that would.
Sorry.
All right.
It's
So
okay.
she's got casual clothing. 0, arm, leg, torso. Okay. So she has no armor. Interesting.
I do not. I did not start with any.
Well, your vault suit has some resistance on it. But that's neither here nor there. Okay.
But they told me not to wear that, and I remember that.
I think we might consider giving the armor I had over to Jordan Ramsey.
What?
Yeah.
You're giving armor over to me?
Yeah, that makes sense. You want to take the armor off my sheet and give it to Jordan?
Yeah, sorry. That's saved.
Oh, this makes sense.
Considering he's going to be more melee than you.
Yeah.
You were just in unfortunate circumstance that you were getting
Okay.
socked to the face.
Punched in the face by the big one.
Yes. Not that I guess the armor helps regardless, but
Armor helps everyone, especially the person stealing it from you, sir.
yes. Just makes our bodies more valuable to loot later. With each upgrade, we gain more main character energy, which causes problems later. God, was that Betsy calling out?
Mm-hmm.
Sounded like Betsy, yeah.
In my headphones, it sounded like there was a cow in my house. Because it popped in perfectly towards the back of my ear.
We're still living in the trailer. That could have been a cow nearby.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You hear
It
like
wouldn't
a
be-
zap
it-
coming from TikTok's area.
You have not been authorized to make adjustments to
check
this
on this.
system or its components. Please remember.
That's enough of that. Sorry, everybody. I fixed one.
Touching. Oh, okay.
They're sassy.
Sound like Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah, I think the last thing we need is for the armor to come off my sheet and instead go to Jordan.
Okay. Whose and where's is?
The armor that Michael just received needs to go to Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Through oversight on our thinking.
You guys, know you're making the GM do silly work.
Yeah, I know.
Fine. Now you have no armor. Now he has all the armors.
That's fine.
He's now the buffest man in Bufftown, carrying a stack of leather armor that he's not wearing.
What?
You have to click the button to equip it, then it'll show up on your stats. technically. Sometimes it doesn't work right.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't, but it's just keep in mind there.
There you go. I did it for you.
I can wear that over my clothing, or I need to take my clothing off?
For
No,
tough
you can wear it
clothing, you
over.
can. It's that there's a clothing and outfits look exactly the same on the sheet, but they are actually one you can and one you can't wear stuff over. So tough clothing, military fatigues, casual clothing. You won't be interacting with this in this game, but Brotherhood of Steel uniforms, harnesses, and road leathers and vault check jumpsuits are all clothing items that can be worn under regular clothes. And outfits are, things like the engineer's armor, former clothing, hazard suits, winter coats that are like not just a coat but the whole suit, like a diving suit type of thing. Certain types of armor or just a full piece. Utility coveralls of all things, because they cover everything but your shirt.
All right,
So-
we got everything we need done here then.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've been here like 4 hours.
Yeah, we have to go collect our payment from the town.
That's true.
Wrong map. Come back here.
Quintessentially, everybody's gonna park outside, and I'll go into town, get the caps, and then.
Okay.
And then,
So, yeah.
and then where are we going?
Well, we
South?
could either consider going back to the one plant where we know there's some extra stuff there.
Oh, the water reclamation.
Yeah, the water plant. Or we could.
That's true. We could go back to the water reclamation plant and finish exploring it.
Because you walked into a whole bunch of stuff, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like you won't describe perfectly, but
There
oh, maybe
was-
you did. I don't really
There,
recall
there
at the
was
moment.
there was some shit down there,
Oh, okay.
but we're rested.
This is true. We just still don't have a lot of ammo with us.
I'm feeling much deadlier than previously.
Sure you are, pal.
Yeah, see, we're good.
Uh,
All right.
Buck's got it.
so I
Buck
guess
is
does
a
that
great
sound good with
robot.
everybody?
Yeah,
Or do we wish to move on out of this town and go to maybe try to find something else?
I say we can clear it out, then move on.
Now, before we make that decision, let's all stop, take a breath for a second, and think about why we're all together. Because we all woke up in a room, and then we're told that a bomb was in our brain? Am I remembering that correctly?
I
I don't remember anything
Don't
about a
think
bomb in
so.
my brains.
I mean, then, sorry, what was it that was done to us that we all are just staying together?
we're being tracked apparently by someone
Okay.
and monitored. For
Supposedly, we
research
also
purposes?
volunteered for this.
Could someone do like a series of flashback bottle episodes for like a recap? All right, we're all caught up now.
Woo-hoo. Basically,
Look,
the
it's
Leaf
just the-
guys told you that they are watching what you do and are making responses based on that, and they can and will give you rewards based on things. They didn't say what they were, though. They just said, you do the things we like, we'll give you rewards.
How very
Okay.
vague of them.
So very vague of them.
Maybe.
Pretty sure we're traveling together because we're friends now, though. Right?
I would consider us friends at this point. Yes.
I consider you all viable travel companions for sure.
Yes, friends.
I don't know. You're saying a different thing than me.
So if we go back to the water reclamation plant and finish clearing it out, then it'll make it a lot safer the next time the equipment fails there for someone to go fix it.
We've known each other for like 2 days. Sorry, I don't want to keep coming back to this, but I just feel like some people use the word friend really casually. We're definitely acquainted with each other for sure.
We're colleagues, essentially, at this point.
Okay.
Currently, we don't know what's going on. We're in this area, and we have each other to depend on at the moment.
Well, friendship's just attached to another by affection or esteem, or like a mutual bond of affection, and I feel affection towards you guys.
Are you reading directly out of a library dictionary right now, right in front of us?
I am not.
She puts down her. She lowers her arm at what's definitely not looking at the screen. I am not.
I'm reading a Pit Boy.
I'm certainly not. Pit Boy down.
Technically not a dictionary, but there's probably a dictionary on that thing.
If you're trying to broach the topic of not traveling together anymore, I won't be offended if you're more direct about it.
Look, I just think that we're putting labels on things way too quickly. I'm not ready for some of the relationships that people are trying to form here.
Completely understand.
I think we're traveling companions. We're definitely all linked together by a series of murders for sure. Friends?
Have we murdered anybody?
Didn't we kill a bunch of the ghouls in the bunker?
I wouldn't call it murder. That was more self-defense.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got to say, in this unfortunate modern wasteland, a lot of people don't consider killing ghouls murder.
But I do.
I would claim that it was definitely putting some of them
Is
out
this?
of misery.
Did we commit a crime?
No.
I mean, that's highly questionable depending on whether you're speaking of a crime in form of morality or ethics or perhaps the law.
Well, at the moment, those ghouls were not able to have sentient thought.
I mean, is murder a crime, Miss Grace?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, have you ever eaten meat before?
Yes.
Then you've murdered many things.
No.
No? So
No.
not everything that's killed is a crime then?
No, but murder is a crime. There's a whole section on what constitutes murder. Did we murder somebody? I think we should turn ourselves in.
To whom?
There was a sheriff.
Did he have jurisdiction there?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you see? These are the ethical questions and the dilemmas that we confront ourselves with, like the ancient Greek scholars. Eminem.
You know what, Grace? I tell you what. When we get back to town, and Caleb goes to collect our caps, you and I can go talk to the sheriff about killing ghouls.
And turn ourselves in for murder? Did we murder?
No,
What?
we didn't.
I'm
murder.
not going to turn myself in for murder. You can't prove that.
It wasn't murder. It was self-defense while we're trying to fix a problem.
If it gives you some peace of mind, the sheriff can tell you the same thing.
Well, I mean, if you guys are telling me it, I believe you.
Doesn't mean much by a person who only knows truth. But I understand. At the moment, we'll make it clear ourselves traveling companions, not friends. Companions.
Look, I'm
colleagues.
just saying, you guys can consider each other friends. I'm pacing this relationship out, okay?
Okay. Very well.
I just want to reveal that we're friends at a dramatic moment.
Like we're like in our final breath, we're about to get
Yeah,
killed by
like someone's
something?
about to die, and then you reveal, and then the game master will give you like a reroll or something.
Oh, okay. So we're going to throw an RPG mechanic into there. Got it.
What?
Yeah. Alright, so all agreed on the plan to head back to town, grab our cash, and maybe head back to the water plant to clear out the rest of it, maybe find some stuff.
Okay.
I'm good with that idea.
Okay.
I think it'll be good for these people here.
Sounds an acceptable course of action.
Okay. So
Excellent.
time is incongruent right now because the calendar's broken. But yeah, it takes you another hour to get back. Sheriff and his wife are technically there because he is being forced to rebuild the wall himself while she nags at him from the desk. And she smiles at you very nicely, though. Oh, hello, Caleb.
Hi, we took care of your problem there. The bot is no longer here.
You sure about that?
Yeah, like
I think Caleb like closes his eyes for a moment.
I took a rope and I attached Hal to Betsy, and they are outside of town.
Okay.
That was the plan, was to keep Hal out of sight. But Caleb would instinctively like close his eyes for a moment, like turn around and back.
I am with them outside of town.
She turns over and she looks at a old screen next to her and she taps at it. Click, because a couple knobs. She goes, "Okay. How much did he pay you to keep the stupid thing?" She turns the TV off.
How much you pay me?
Never mind. Just whatever you're doing right now that keeps him out, keep him out. And she puts the packet with the 100 caps in. She's like, "I will charge you 100 caps if I see him in my town again." And the sheriff's like, "It's my town." "No, it's not right now. You're in the doghouse."
Promise me, I promise you that I would shoot myself before I return it.
Well, that seems a little extreme. You could sell him.
He would find his way back, I feel like.
He's like a virus. He's just showing up. Anyway, thanks for taking care of it either way, Caleb. Looks like you made double dipped. And you got a robot. You're so lucky. She very sarcastically said that.
I would say I think you realize I didn't really double dip. I just took a bigger curse on me. But I appreciate the claim. Have a nice day.
You too.
Make sure your husband washes the foundation after he's done.
Oh, he's going to be very busy, boy. Aren't you, dear? Yes, dear. Echoes. He doesn't get to drink till he's done. Bye.
Alright, I'll head back out. Now fully aware that his camera's apparently nearby that she found out, though he had Mr. When I get back to the restroom, I'll split out the 20 more caps between us. She figured out that we double dipped, by the way. So there must be cameras around nearby.
It seems excessive.
It's not like we're committing any crimes against her.
No.
Shall we continue?
So long as he stays out of that town, we still keep the 100 caps, because she will charge me 100 caps. If he does return.
Well, that's good to know.
Noted.
So while we're on our way back to the plant, we should probably discuss some sort of game plan as far as what we're doing. Because I think we found out that whatever the last schools are know that our colleague Whitney here is not amongst their group, right?
Yeah.
Am I understanding?
Sometimes they don't care. Sometimes I smell in a way they like, and sometimes I don't smell familiar, and I just don't like it around. So it's not flawless.
May need to come up with a plan to just bait them out to a point where we can essentially what we did the first time, except probably actually having to fight them all. Because there's what, 12 you said?
So maybe more, something like that.
Okay, before you get too technical on this, where are you guys doing? Are you going back to the thing right now? Is that like literally you guys are about facing from town and going back?
Yeah, I mean, we can.
Okay, because that's going to require travel checks because things can and do change randomly in the wasteland because it's alive. And the clock's not here to show you it's time's passing, but time is passing and there is things I'm going to have to fix later to put back. I hate that my clock's not there. Everything was based off the clock and now it's not working. So I'll need a
survival.
what is the word I'm looking for?
Perception survival.
A lead person to do perception and survival, and 2 people for dedicated for guarding if you want to lower the bad stuff roll. It's been a while since we've done this.
Buck will, take care of Latia. Yada yada.
Okay.
Guarding.
So, right now this is still, even though you know where you're going, because things could have changed, it's a large landmarks difficulty, because it's never going to be a clear trail unless, like, the main drag 75 is considered even a large landmark. Like, you still don't get a clear trail because there's no vehicles coming through and cleaning the path, and there's no guardrails to keep animals off the track, that type of thing. And there's always raiders that could just show up still. So it's a base difficulty of 2. And I'm just going to need 2 of these. This is not necessarily for you getting lost. This is just to see if other things have happened. Like, did somebody set up a checkpoint on you?
One thing to note is I think that lady still had it. I'm going to buy a Molotov and a frag. Let me see which one's cheaper. I think they cost about the same. A frag mine from the merchant, which I think would be, she had 10% or 110% cost, which I think would cost me 55 for the frag mine, and then the 22 for the cocktail. Her merchant thing's not working due to update, but yes.
Yep. Yeah, give me a second and let me refresh her.
So, Buck is going to be
Try it
one
again.
of our 2.
No, still not. I don't
Still
think
not
I'm
working for you?
doing it right.
Huh.
Oh, found it. I think. Maybe not.
No. Nope, that's a different thing.
Okay, never mind.
That's
Not
another
gonna
thing.
work.
I'm probably
I
just going to
just
end up
recall I think I
reverting
had
this whole
110%.
update to get rid of this crap. Fix it.
I would just toss it on my sheet because I know what I want, what I really want.
So tell us what you want, what you really, really want.
A frag mine and a Molotov cocktail
Well,
for various reasons.
she does have those.
I recall it was 110% discount or 110% cost with her because I
Well, that was with that
succeeded
barter.
mostly.
You have left
Yeah.
and come back.
Oh, do I need to do a new barter?
You would have to. If this was working right, it'd be so much easier to see everything. Why is it I don't get this. I don't know why this is not working. This was working when I updated.
Okay, well, let me see if I don't piss her off first. That'd be the first thing.
Yeah, just give me a second. Barter.
Well, I think you're on my 12.
Yep. Right now she is winning.
Well,
She still is.
I think I'll leave it, and I'm just not going to bother with it. Never mind.
Okay.
I don't need it after all.
Somebody else was looking at
Not
it when you
less
walked in the
important.
shop. I'll have to
I'll
fix
stab
that.
that guy later, I guess.
That's annoying.
All right, now I'm done delaying the fact that yes.
Okay. So I need 2 different perception plus survival tests for whoever's navigating with a base difficulty of 2.
Can somebody aid?
I can assist if it's okay.
I think one person can. Let me see here. It doesn't really say yay or nay to that. It just says. Let's see. You can change the. Hold on. Let me scroll farther up. If you don't have a map, the gym guide just the routes based on what you figure out. Travel destinations. Okay, we didn't do that. We
It's
skipped a
like-
step, but
Because Grace has been there with her Pip-Boy, so I don't know if it's easier for her.
Yeah, well, this isn't for getting there. You know where it is. It's for what has
For
changed
just
along the
advancing
way. Because this is part of the random encounter system. Is you may find stuff along the way. So it's not
Stuff is what we
super
need.
efficient because
I just didn't know if it would lower difficulty, so we might get more successes for more favorable stuff to find.
that's fine. But the problem is any lower difficulty would be just like it's an open field that you walk through. It's literally the lowest difficulty. The next one down is a clear trail. You can just walk, across the street, and it's shiny and brand new. Even better than the modern interstate.
Then I'll just roll.
And you got it. You got it spot on. If you want, you can spend. Well, let's see. You got one success, so you got 2 successes with 1 die. Nice. Failure. Any complications? Let me double check here. Okay, so you still have the option, but you don't have any freebie ones to spend AP. Make good progress doesn't matter because we're unable to do time right now. Uneventful means one of the combat dice roll to determine if a random encounter occurs will be ignored. You may spend multiple AP on this. That is also what your guarding is doing, is giving 2 people the chance to do this same effect for 1 time. So basically 2 for 1. 2 AP, you can get discovery. You find something a little way off the path that could be useful or valuable. The GM determines the details. 2, you could also put up signs that helps you get it. Actually do reduce the difficulty by 1 to a minimum of 0. Or you can find an area that provides decent shelter, visibility, or both to make a camp. Camp is like a temporary settlement that can be broken when you're not there.
So we could spend 2 AP to find some cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
I like that idea. Free stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find
Stuff
something.
is what we need.
So let me pull up a... Hello, Thunder. That was a little wild. Crap, I just hit a button. I hit the wrong button. You guys had what? Did you guys have 2 or 4
We
AP?
had 3, and we want to spend 2 for stuff.
We only have 1 AP left.
Okay, cool. Because I hit the button for new session by accident. Oh no, the scavenging website broke too. What a great day. Macros. Fallout RPG macros. Fallout Adventures. No, that's not what I want. Fallout macros. Did they get rid of my macro? I think they did. Oh my god, that's why it doesn't work. They got rid of it. These dirty efforts. Okay. So, I'm trying to decide what type of location it will be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Someone roll me a d6. Actually, the guy who... someone who hasn't rolled anything this session. Roll me a d6. Grace. I think it's you.
How do I roll without? Is it just slash roll?
Mhm.
Slash roll.
Slash
R.
R,
space.
1d6. Because this is just straight up picking them off the list.
There you go, right in the middle.
I think my internet's acting up. I don't see it.
I got a 3.
Okay, so you got a 3. Yeah, my internet's already
You kind of
acting
have
up.
to scroll down on the thing if you're not directly at the bottom.
I am. That's what's worrying me. But moving forward at the moment. 1, 2, 3. So it's an industrial area. Let me bring up the...
Sounds dangerous.
So you find a small building. No, it's not even a building. It's actually another vehicle. It's another pickup truck on the side of the road. This is not a pickup truck, a van. That's got on the side of it, Robco Repair. And I'm trying to build it right now as I see it. Vehicles. A modern pickup. Give me the control. It won't give me the control.
I'll rip off the doors to mark it as shield later.
Right. Okay. It's extremely large, but it's mostly just to pretend to be a building. So we're going to say that's a small, because in the case of scavenging, buildings are, well, small as a room or a truck. So, like I said, this was industrial. You spent 2 AP on this, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to randomize this part of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm having lots of fun with that. It's not showing. Did that show up for you guys?
I saw a D4 get rolled.
Yeah,
For
that's,
the
Result of
roll.
1.
I'm not seeing the rolls. It's not scrolling past Whitney.
Okay, yeah, I see mine, so yours must just be GM only or something. Or wait, no, it just disappeared.
I still see the Overseer 1D4 result of 1.
Well, 1 is good. Let's see here. Type of weapons to find. Completely random. Create location. Okay. On to the scavenging part. For this type of location, at a minimum, you're going to have 2 chances to get armor, 2 chances to get a clothing item, 1 chance for beverage, 3 for junk. You can spend up to max of 3 AP for another armor, another clothing pool, a beverage pool, or more junk.
Not have my notepad ready.
Is it? I don't remember. Is it 1 or 2 AP for an extra?
1
or
per.
something, or?
It's 1 for 1. There's just a max of how many you can spend in that. So, right now you have the pool's going to give you 2 armors, 2 clothing, 1 beverage, and 3 toasters. And you could
I think
up
we
some
put
of
the
that.
point into an extra beverage.
Well, that's 1 vote for beverage. Anybody else?
4.
I'm from beverage.
Beverage. All right.
Says the robot.
Well, he doesn't have the
Just because
integrated
I
boiler
don't
mod,
use
so
them
he
doesn't
can't make it.
mean.
Okay. So I do need
Oh,
someone to give me the perception plus survival group test. So what this will mean is I need the group to roll and nobody critically fail. And then you get to keep the AP after that.
You're asking a lot, but all right.
Mhm.
We're all rolling this, or one
Apparently,
person?
it says group test for this one. I've changed this rule.
Sorry,
Survival
what
percept.
skill are we rolling?
Perception plus survival.
Look at that.
Look at Caleb playing the straight man for me.
Oh, I didn't mean to reroll both. You cannot have that complication.
2 success.
I'll take that 16 over failure.
Okay. So,
You try to jinx me, and I say nay.
so it looks like you bank, or you can spend any of the extra AP you've occurred before I
Well, how
click
much
it.
did we need?
0.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so each success is just an extra AP.
Mm-hmm. In this
Uh,
case.
So
you
we
got
have
1, 4,
we have
5,
6
7.
right now. Okay, we have 7 possible AP right now.
Mm-hmm. You can spend 3 on armor or clothing, and 2 total on beverage, or 4 on junk.
This is to increase the amount of these that we find.
Mm-hmm. To give you more
I would
options
say
inside that
spend-
category.
I say spend 2 on beverage.
Anything you don't
I
use,
think we-
you bank.
I think we should put the 3 in armor. Armor is expensive.
We also need beverage, though, is the problem.
Sure. I mean, it's nothing says we can't split it up. We have 7 to spend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Is it 3 in total that we can only spend, or is it just 3?
It's
for
3 in each of these spots.
Okay, yeah. Let's just do the extra 2, the 3 in beverage, 3 in armor.
Well, beverage is 2, so you can do 2 in beverage, 3 in armor. That
Okay.
leaves you at 2 left.
we
then
can just
I
bank
guess-
those 2.
We can bank it, or yeah, just bank it.
Okay.
We're not junk shy at the moment.
Roger that. Sounds like a plan. All right, I'm clicking it. All right. In the armor category, you found a heavy combat armor left arm,
How specific?
a leather armor right arm,
Hey, that was the one we're missing.
a raider armor torso,
Okay.
a medium dog armor torso,
That'd be great for the dog we're about to get at some point soon.
a heavy metal armor left arm. All right.
Okay.
And clothing, you found a set of hides and a folded up and packaged thing of military fatigues. All right. See.
We
the
found
next
an
is-
extra set of military fatigue. It's interesting.
Mhm. Then in the beverage category, you found a bottle of beer, a blood pack, and a Nuka cherry bottle that is full. I wouldn't do that to you. And
Well, I
you
mean, we needed the bottles. That's not.
well, it's got Nuka cherry in it.
Well, yeah.
In the junk category, you found 20 toasters.
I'll take 20 toasters. Love me some toasters.
So we found beer and Nuka cherry
In a blood pack.
And a
and
blood
a
pack.
blood pack, which
Mhm.
I guess is useful.
For the size of this location, you found like some pretty darn good stuff because it rolled pretty hot for you. Minus the clothing. Clothing was kind of meh.
What is beer?
All
It
right.
just reduces thirst, which is,
Right now it's
I
not
think
working
actually
properly.
the opposite of what's supposed to do, but that's fine.
Yeah, right now it's not working right because I don't have time.
Yep, no, it's fine. The armor will come in clutch for the dog meat that we'll eventually get.
Yep. It helps.
Do you want to put the dog armor on Betsy for now?
I don't think that exactly fits.
Well, I said on, not put Betsy in it.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, we could stash the stuff in Betsy, which
Hold on. Let him cook. I want to know more about a dog armored.
Jordan's only missing right arm, right?
yeah, he would want the right arm leather.
So give him the leather armor right arm.
The other stuff will be interesting for later. because I think we got a heavy metal piece and a.
Heavy metal armor left arm and a heavy combat armor left arm.
That's with the left arm. All right.
And a raider armor torso.
Yeah.
I kind of would like to have the heavy combat armor left arm.
If you wish to use it, you may. Statistically, the left arm is the average spot to get hit.
What?
Just
Isn't the torso? I mean, just the torso's the biggest part of the body.
Yes, but that's only a 3 to 8 on a die.
What?
Oh my god. What do,
Kids these days, you can't understand them.
who wants the raider armor torso or the heavy metal left arm? Or do we want to just sell them?
Hale goes,
think
I
we
could,
hold on to sell.
I would look really butch in one, sir. I'll take it.
I think he would look hip with the kids if he wore one.
Uh,
I could even adopt a very aggressive accent or personage. You looking at me? Meatbag? Haha!
Unfortunately, you have 2 extra limbs for the suit to go over top of you. Sorry, Hale.
Disappointing. Human's body
I know.
structure sucks.
He does.
He's
Well,
pouting
we'll
now.
just-
He's like floats behind Betsy, so he doesn't have to look at you all.
we'll just have to make something custom just for you.
You're just being nice.
I actually make armor, so I can actually do that.
He's pouting.
I'd say hold on to the other stuff till you eventually, because that other stuff may either just sell for a nice price later, or once we get more regular clothing like the military fatigues or just casual clothing,
So,
we can be able to use those later.
so raider torso and heavy metal left arm stashed on Betsy.
Yeah. To where we can till we can either sell it to more reasonable barters or
Because apparently I need to be clear, not putting Betsy into the raider armor.
you could try it. Be just a hat on her essentially, I'd say.
Does anybody want to? I don't think anybody's going to want to wear the hides.
Particularly.
I don't. But what does the hides do other than
They're probably crappy heavy clothes.
it's essentially tough clothing? Just
Yeah, probably. Does somebody want the other, or somebody want this set of military fatigues?
maybe eventually. Not right now. I think we all have something that is a better or equivalent at the moment to it, because I think military fatigues, they only have energy resistance, right, at the moment?
It's one resistance to well, yeah, one electric resistance, one energy resistance.
Yeah.
That's it.
So we'll just wait to upgrade later.
Okay, stash up Betsy. Bottle of beer, blood packet, and nuka cherry.
Breakfast of champions, sir.
Nuka cherry is my favorite flavor.
It tasted well in young people.
Oh, you'll love the outside then. It's got a tinge of radiation with it.
What?
I said you'll like the new flavor. It's got a tinge of radiation with it.
Don't they already? I thought that was standard.
They all
I
do.
don't know if I like that.
They
I
all
don't
do.
actually remember if they...
There's literally a radioactive isotope that tastes so good in them. It says
Oh,
so.
okay.
It says so in the commercial.
That makes sense.
Fair enough.
For some reason I thought that they got irradiated after.
No.
You wish.
The Fallout world was highly irradiated en masse because they just did not seem to care. Because you have
Yeah,
Radaway. What's the
which
big deal?
Solves the... Once again, Big Pharma taking the monopoly.
I mean, all the vehicles on the road were nuclear reactors going at hundreds of miles per hour.
Road leathers is clothing with one physical, one energy.
We don't have road leathers.
Wouldn't it be the hides?
No, he said hides, not road leathers.
I don't see hides
Hides,
in the
yes.
sheet. Oh no, hides is an outfit, yes,
Mm-hmm.
with just one physical resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so stash on Betsy.
Yeah, stash on Betsy to sell later.
Okay, so what are we doing with the bottle of beer, the blood pack, and the Mookie Cherry? Is there anybody who needs drinks that have no drinks left?
I don't
Listen,
know,
if
because
you need
this-
somebody to hold onto it and maybe cook with it later, just throw it over to me on my sheet.
Indeed. Maybe we can get a wholesome mole rat to cook up for steaks. Maybe beer battered them.
Oh, I don't like the flavor of beer battered, but if it's for a group thing, I could do it.
Oh, that's right. The beer batter works better on fish. Yep, that sounds good. Just give it to.
We're just
Mr.
giving all
Jordan.
the beverages to Jordan.
That's essentially. You get the junk. All food stuff will go to Jordan. And everything else to sell will go on Betsy.
All right.
And or just to stash her later. Because, I'm more than willing to hold everything, but if I don't have to overweight myself to slow walk, I'm not going to.
All right, then for for our game master, I'm going to copy, paste, so he knows where to stick everything.
Alrighty.
Where does it say what can be upgraded and not be upgraded?
In the book.
I went to the rule book. I looked at the individual items to see in the description if it said they could be upgraded with those degrees.
Okay, so they will say, in fact, that they can or cannot be. Okay.
Yeah.
It'll list the mods that they can use, or if they don't have any, then yeah, it'll say nothing.
I see.
Like if you're looking at apparel, at the end of the section, it will have like the armor for dogs panel. The little yellow box is usually where they put mods. Like ballistic
Very
weave is
well.
one of the only mods for just straight up apparel. But the Vault jumpsuit has its own set, which is funny because it's just an armor. If you're an armorer, you can make Vault jumpsuit gear. Can't make the Vault suit, but you can make the gear for it.
All right.
All right. So you get like the token shows here. You get about that distance over here. So you're literally right outside the parking lot. This area here. Yeah. As I throw you around like a rag doll. So Jordan. Another folly of updating is I had figured out how to move all this stuff to your characters without me needing to do this manually, and that also no longer works.
So main thing to worry about is going to be the glowing one, which I think we know there's only one left down there.
Was there?
So we do have the 12.
I could put more down there if you're worried about that.
I mean, I saw
No, that's
I saw one. I don't know if there's more.
so you bailed out before you could see any more, possibly. Okay.
Well, yeah, I figured it was more important to still be alive.
No, that's understandable. I completely agree.
Oh, you know for certain there's one more down there because it was led around the corner into the loud room.
Well,
Right.
that's what we're saying. I saw one. I don't know
We
if
know
there's
of
more.
we know of at least one that is going to be a problem that we need to get to revive the other guys we take out. Which we know Mr. Robot Man is going to be able to do it
Is that?
because he has the piercing to do it. I could do it if I can get in, but it's hard to get in when there's just a narrow hallway.
All right.
I think we learned that I cannot do it.
I'm going to preemptively move you guys back into the water plant, and I'm having more errors pop up, and so I'm going to just go ahead and call it before this gets any worse.
It's almost
Yeah.
11 o'clock your time, so yeah,
So-
that's typically the end point.
I don't want to stop us right now because we could do some more stuff, but these errors are starting to pile up to the point where I'm getting actual errors on my screen. So I'm
Yep.
going to have to revert and figure out how to revert to the previous state and not erase everything we've done today. That's going to be fun. Actually, I do have an idea, but I just don't want to do it. But I'll figure it out. So yeah, thanks for playing with me, guys. As usual, I'm sorry this was been a little chaotic. I thought I had this figured out, and everything broke in between Monday and today. So, hooray!
Good. I still enjoyed plenty.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. I'm to be good for next week either way. I do have another way to play this, which I do with the other group, which is through the Forge website or the Foundry. I can't remember the name of the website, but it's a remote hosting version of this, which just requires you to make a login to their website. You guys don't pay. I pay them to do this, and you guys could just get invited. So if I can't get this one to work right, that one's already copied everything up till right before this session. And so then I can just dump the stuff in there and update that one and fix it temporarily. But I don't want to do that because I like hosting locally because I can do my music a lot easier, which I didn't even turn on this time because I forgot as I walked in 5 seconds before I tried to turn all the lights on. So, yeah. Thanks for playing, like I said. If you got anything you want to talk about it, just message me. I'm always cool chatting about this game. And those who are doing Phasmophobia, I really want us to play Friday because we got to try out the new stuff.
Their new video and audio evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Other than that, I'm going to take off while I hit this thing with a hammer. And you guys have a good night.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.